I'm Miffy Rigby and this is Yes Chef. Today we're at Pilu at Freshwater, one of the only Sardinian restaurants in Australia, where I'm going to learn to make Mezze Maniche. Hi Giovanni.
Hello, Miffy.
This restaurant, Pilu at Freshwater, is one of the most special places I think in Australia. Can you tell us a little bit about the restaurant itself? I mean, it's an old beach house?
This was a house a million years ago, at least 2 generations before us. I never take one day for granted. I mean, we love this place.
So you are one of the very few Sardinian restaurants in Australia. I know you used to be the only one, and then one opened up in Melbourne, and I think there might be one other little one in Sydney. It's quite a rare type of regional Italian food to find here.
Yes.
Why is that?
I mean, look, I think when Sardinians left, Italy left after the war or whatever, and a lot of Italians went to America, and not many came to Australia. There is 700 Sardinians between Melbourne and Sydney, maybe, or nothing.
Oh, and what would you say sort of typifies Sardinian cuisine?
Because of, we've been colonized by so many different cultures. It's very diverse. When you travel around the island, the food changes drastically. We're going to do Sardinian food and introduce Sydney diners to some things that maybe they haven't even heard of, like botarga or, pane carazao, fregula. All those ingredients that I wanted to bring you, pecorino sardo, which was only like parmesan, but and because I think it's fair. If I'm from Sardinia, I do Sardinian cooking, because I grew up cooking in Sardinia and then came here, and I wanted to really, do that.
So tell me a little bit about the dish we're having today. And I've been practicing how to say it in my head.
You got it.
Mezze Maniche.
Mezze Maniche, perfect.
Okay.
Yes, which means a half a sleeve. And I really wanted to cook with baby goat. It's amazing, and the ragu is so tasty, when you cook a ragu for several hours, it's got to be good, man.
Oh yeah. So tell me a little bit more about the dish. So it's a ragu.
You got your meat, you got your vegetables, the mirepoix, you got the wine, you got the stock, and that's an important part, right? The most important part of a ragu, I think, is obviously the quality of your ingredients, but I think making your stock from the bones. If you debone something, you make your stock, and then you put that back into your ragu.
So it's a goat stock.
Goat stock. Do you want to taste it?
Oh yes, chef.
I think so. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Let's do it.
Okay, signori, we have Valentia Cannonau. Enjoy.
Thank you very much. Wow, it's stunning.
That's nice.
I can see what you mean about using that the goat stock, the stock of the bones with the goat meat, sort of quite a soft flavour.
Yeah.
I also really love that you can taste the goat's cheese in this.
You got a full Sardinian experience because of all these components that they come together.
And the ocean, I mean, the ocean, the wine.
Man,
come on.
we got it.
Yeah,
we got it.
absolutely.
What else would you want to leave?
Nothing. I'm never leaving. I live here now.
Yeah.
Looking forward to seeing how it all comes together in the kitchen.
You want to come and have a look?
Yes,
Have
chef.
you got 3 days?
I've got 3 days. It's days and days and days of work.
Days of work.
Yeah. Goats are coming in whole, and
Yeah.
while you're breaking it down, what piece do we have here?
So this is the leg,
Yeah.
right? But with the ragu, we use everything.
And so once you've kind of done with the bones here, you'd roast these to make the stock.
So this is it, right?
Yep.
So this is the size roughly that you want.
These guys have been working on this
So
since
this
Monday.
is like everything. The belly, the shoulders. You want like the pan to be nice and hot. I'm gonna let it sit there because you want really that to almost kind of brown burn, because that is the flavor. That color there, that is gonna give me the flavor. And now I got the vegetables here. It's called soffritto, as you know. One of the most important things in Italian cooking, because you soffritto a lot of dishes. Just a little bit of oil. So that's about it, right? So just sweating it off. Garlic, you smell it when it's ready. Like a sweet, nutty smell, and you go, okay, soffritto is ready. So meat goes back in there. And then I'm just gonna put a tiny bit of red wine. Just a little bit of sage and a little bit of rosemary, which I think it goes really well with it. And then I put a little bit of tomato paste.
Could you use lamb?
Definitely. I mean, that's the closest thing, right?
Yeah. What cuts should you be asking for?
So I'm a big fan of shoulder. I mean, I love shoulder, but if you're making a ragu, Leg is fine as well, but I think the shoulder is got, you know, a little bit more of what you need, you know, to make something like this, which, you know, you need a little bit of the fat and a little bit of, I think the leg is a bit leaner, but the shoulder has got a little bit more of that. And salting, as everyone knows, you can always add a little bit more. So I just put a little bit to start with, because that will take it now while it's cooking for all this time. And then, you know, I'll taste it later, and then if I want to put a little bit more, I can always add salt. See you in 6 hours.
Okay, so 6 hours later.
6 hours later, Miffy, and then maybe a little bit of the lovely stock that you made.
Do you guys make your own pasta here?
All of it. All right, so this goes in the water then.
So what makes it green? What gives it the green color?
Spinach.
Spinach.
And this is the cheese.
Goat's cheese? Oh,
Cream.
cool.
Goat cheese cream. And then we put a little bit of butter, and then we got mushrooms here. We're gonna finish it off with those mushrooms.
Oh, beautiful.
Which there is just a little bit of oil, a little bit of salt. All pastas need to spend time in the sauce, and you gotta give it like at least a minute. A little bit of the cooking water, salt, and then a little bit of the starch from the pasta is gonna release into the sauce, and that what makes it glossy and creamy and tasty. The mushrooms are ready. To finish it off, a little bit of butter.
So what gives that, it's such a, like a beautiful silky consistency?
Cream.
Cream.
A little bit of cream.
Yep. Looks beautiful. I love the colors.
Simple.
And there you have it, the Mezze Maniche.
Mezze Maniche.
Did I get it right? Did I get it right? Yes!
Brava, brava. Very good.